I'm Anil Kumar sharing with you some interesting questions on factoring. The question here is, find the coefficient k so that the trinomial 49x squared plus 42x plus k can be factored as a perfect square. Now I have purposely added as a perfect square in this particular statement so that you don't use the tricks which I have already taught you in the previous videos, right? So this time make sure that you find a value of k so that this trinomial can be written as a perfect square, right? So let us perfect our technique of doing so. So what we learned here is that 49x squared plus 42x plus k could be broken down and written as squares, and then 49 is 7 squared, so we could write this as 7x whole square, right? And k, we'll write this as square root of k whole square. The center portion should be 2 times product of these two, right? So which is square root k times 7x. That should be the center term, right? Some of you might be wondering why so. Well, why so? The answer is we want to write this as something like a plus b whole square, right? Which is indeed equals to a square plus 2ab plus b square, right? That is a perfect square. So when you expand, you get a trinomial like a square plus 2ab plus b square. So we have to make this as a and this as b and the center term as 2 times ab. That's the whole idea, right? So I kind of switched the two values. Well, for me a is here and b is there, okay? So that's the whole idea, and this is the technique which is widely used to find the value of the coefficients or the constants not given in the trinomial, right? So try to understand this, as this is one of the most difficult questions in your test, right? Now we have an equation, we can equate these two, correct? So if I equate these two, I can find the value of k. So I can write this as 2 times square root of k times 7x is equals to 42x. Now this is a linear equation which can be solved, correct? X and x cancelled. So we get square root of k equals to 42 divided by 2 times 7. Is it okay? So that is 42 divided by 2 times 7. That goes 21 times, and this is 3 times, correct? So this leaves us with 3 here. So we get k equals to 3 square or 9, correct? So we get our answer that k is equal to 9, correct? So if I write k as 9, I could write this equation as 7x plus 3 whole square, right? When k equals to 9, correct? So it becomes a perfect square. So that is how such questions should be solved. I hope it helps you to understand the technique. Go through this video once again and try to understand how can a trinomial be written, or how can its values or coefficients can be found so that we can make it as a perfect square. Now this technique will be used in solving many different types of questions. So my recommendation is that definitely do a couple of questions similar to this. Thank you and all the best.